Coming up on Small Town Big Deal. Break out the bagpipes and trot out the tartan.
We're at the high-flying Highland Games, celebrating the majesty of Scotland right here in America. No! Witness amazing feats on the field of battle where a world record will fall.
Over the bar?
Yes, go on.
Wait.
Whoa. Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
You know, at first glance, or maybe first listen, it might appear that we've taken the show international. But we're actually in New Hampshire.
Where one weekend out of every year, it's all about kilts and clans, drumming and dancing, lighthearted fun, and heavy lifting.
There you go.
There's so much to take in at the New Hampshire Highland Games and Festival. The 3-day event celebrates all things Scottish, from the music to the food, the arts, and the sports. But the first thing you notice is the fashion.
I'm only here for the men in kilts.
Here, everyone wears them. Even the women wear them.
The same goes for the littlest kids and police officers, too. It's kilts to the hilt in all patterns of tartan.
So explain your tartan a little bit.
So tartans are kind of like fingerprints. They're all very different, very unique. They might look similar, but there are little nuances which make them all different. And a tartan was a way of representing, each clan.
I am a MacLeod, so I have my MacLeod tartan. This is the Loud MacLeod.
Loud and proud. Just look at all the names on display inside Clan Village.
What exactly is the difference between a clan and like a family or a town or?
A clan is a family. They would own a piece of land, and then all of their family would live on that land.
But even if your name doesn't start with a Mac, that's okay. Everybody can be a Scot at the Highland Games.
You put on a kilt and we're all just great friends through this.
Come on in, change your name.
And what's your clan?
MacDonald.
Oh, so I could be Jan Carl McDonald.
Yes, you could.
What are the things that make Scotland or the Scottish unique?
I just think they're a different breed of people, really.
Well, let me just be honest. For a Scotsman is disciplined as we can be.
The word Scot is the Roman word to plunder.
That famous renegade nature gets hammered home during this demonstration of historic Scottish weaponry.
So if you get a good chop in, it goes through things quite well.
People come here and they've got a mythologized vision of Scotland in their head. They've watched Outlander, they've watched Highlander, God forbid they've watched Braveheart, which is a fun movie but horribly inaccurate. They're wearing kilts in that movie and they're wearing them backwards.
So the passion for accurate history is clear, as well as don't mess with her.
The first reference to Highland Games dates back to a Scottish king who began his reign in 1057.
That started with King Malcolm wanting to find the strongest, best soldiers to serve him. And so he came up with all of these ideas on how to test the men in the communities.
The most prestigious games? The Braemar Gathering in Scotland. It dates back 900 years and has been run in its present form since 1832. The late Queen Elizabeth attended since she was a child. But these events take place all over the world.
Well, across Scotland, the U.S., and Canada alone, there are over 200 Highland Games.
Oh, I had no idea.
That blows our mind.
This New Hampshire festival is regarded as one of the best. It feels like you're in Scotland. but it's actually just outside of Lincoln at the Loon Mountain Resort in the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
New Hampshire actually has one of the highest, and New England even, has one of the highest Scottish populations in the U.S.
Of course, you don't have to be a Scot to compete in these uniquely Scottish events, from the caber toss to the stone put.
2 Americans are among the best in the world. Adrian Wilson is a 5-time world champion, and Michael Zolkowicz continues to dominate in the senior division. And even man's best friend is put to the test with the crowd-pleasing sheepdog trials. These canines are uncanny.
At 8 weeks old, 10 weeks old, when they see the sheep, the first thing they do is go around to the backside of them.
At 8 weeks
Yeah.
old?
So it's just hardwired in their brain to do that.
Natural.
Yeah.
Still ahead? Which athlete will set a new world record?
Get up, Blue.
He says, up.
And Rodney hitches a ride he will never forget.
But he won't start bucking, right?
Okay, Blue, start bucking. Start bucking, Blue.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal, where bagpipe music fills the air at the New Hampshire Highland Games and Festival.
Ian, there's probably nothing that says Scotland any more than bagpipes.
Whiskey, maybe.
Whiskey, okay, all right. Close second.
There are also amazing athletic events to drink in. But Scottish bagpipes really stir the soul. The instrument dates back to the 1500s when it was used to inspire the army into battle with unmistakable sound.
So you press on the bag to expel the air, and then these guys are called the drones. So we have 2 tenor drones and 1 bass drone. So that makes the big buzzy sound that you hear.
Today, 19 bands battle it out in competition, and their biggest fear is hitting a deadly note.
But the problem with the bagpipe is the more you play it, the more it goes out of tune, because through your breath, you're adding more and more warmth and moisture. You got it.
Yeah.
And to try and get 15 bagpipers into the circle on the contest field, all tuned up at the same time so everyone peaks right there. That's a magic trick.
Leading the way for every band is a drum major. Chuck Kaba drums up a crowd wherever he goes, after a little help to look picture perfect.
Wardrobe. Your wardrobe.
Makeup.
Makeup. Okay, you're good to go. All right.
It took Chuck 5 months to put together his historically accurate uniform, from his tartan hose to his ostrich feather hat.
Not heavy?
No.
No? What do you think?
Yep,
Oh,
you're
God.
there.
I think
Hold
my
back.
head's not big enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we've just made her an honorary drum major.
There we go. Look out. Oh! I think
The hat is spectacular, but it's more important to keep your eyes on the mace.
And you'll see the direction we're holding the mace as we're turning. That gives a direction that people behind us know which way we're going.
can see.
So it's held this way and we're marching, or the other way when we're going the other direction. Also, to stop and start the band.
stop is
Yep.
this.
Stopping the band is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the music stops.
But the action really never stops at the Highland Games. In fact, it kicks into high gear during the dance competition.
We get mixed up with Irish dancing a little bit, where they don't use their upper bodies, but we use our upper bodies. It's very influenced by ballet.
Okay.
But it has the athletic and stamina ability of an Irish step dancer. So it's a great combination of gracefulness and athleticism.
Side, behind, front, behind, toe, heel, left, toe, heel, right, toe, heel, left.
Highland Dance is one of the try-it classes where everyone attempts to get in step, but it's no easy feat.
Switch down, side, behind, front, behind, side, switch, behind. Fake it till you make it.
Obviously, Jan is a good dancer, but she really picked that up quick.
Toe, heel, right, toe, heel, left.
Wow. Okay, that is like running a 5K. Yeah. We're a 10K. We're a marathon.
It is exhausting. And how is it that I get to wear out my feet? while Rodney gets to kick back on a Scottish Highlander steer.
He might stand that, but he won't start bucking, right? Carol, you're not going to let him start bucking on me, are you?
Okay, Blue, start bucking. Start bucking, Blue.
Hey, this could be dangerous.
When did you know that Blue was gentle enough to do something like he's doing today, like for the photo ops?
I'm amazed at every time he does this. I'm amazed because sometimes the cows will be cooperative until a certain age and then they get feral, you know, they'll get crazy.
Old and cranky.
Yeah. Present company accepted. You ready, Rodney?
Yeah.
Blue, get up. He says, up. Woohoo! There you go.
Yeah, he knows to stop.
You can ride him just like a horse. Go ahead. Blue, walk on. Good boy.
How's it feel, Rodney?
It feels good. Actually, it's smoother than a horse, I think.
So go ahead and steer. I'm not totally in charge here.
I'm not sure I'm totally in charge either.
Well, don't strain yourself there, Rodney, while I join the brave and brawny who test their strength at the stone lift. Martin Johnsis teaches festival goers how to do it. Martin can lift a stone that weighs more than 400 pounds.
So, I mean, apart from being strong, it's all about technique.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you don't lift it right, then a lot of pressure goes to either your lower back or your bicep. So I've seen people hitting a back and popping a bicep off the bone with some stones.
Did you say popping a bicep off the bone?
Yeah, because the tendon rips off the bone and the bicep just comes right up.
Yikes! Thankfully, my stone only weighs 20 pounds, but I found out following the proper technique is tricky.
Now pull the stone into your stomach, put your back, sit back with your back.
If I go down, I can't get back up again.
Right there. Right, pull it into your stomach, get in a bear hug.
Hug the stone.
Yep, and just a deep breath, and stand up with it, over the bar.
Over the bar?
Yes, go on.
Wait. They say the competition in lifting is just between you and the rock. Well, this time the rock won. Go ahead, let me watch you do it. Ah, that's awesome.
Man.
Coming up, the pros answer the call to action. Is that a telephone pole they're throwing?
And we answer the eternal question, what does a real man wear under his kilt?
Well, no, you know the theory.
Yes, that is the theory.
You're watching Small Town Big Deal.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal at the New Hampshire Highland Games and Festival, where the sound of grunting has grown as loud as the bagpipes. That's because the heavy athletics competition is underway.
Watching the heavy athletics in person, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Like, I can't keep my eyes off of it. I can't keep my eyes off of it. What is it that attracts someone to this kind of sport?
As an athlete, if you were a thrower or, did strongman, it's got a great culture. It's got a lot of history, but it's not only strength, it's about being able to compete in something that's gone on for a long time.
Massachusetts residents Michael Zolkowitz and Adrian Wilson from South Carolina feel right at home at these Scottish events.
How did you get into this?
I was actually a track and field athlete. I threw shot and discus in college. My coach was from Scotland. This was our off-season training program.
I was a professional thrower for track and field for a long time, so I competed in 3 Olympic trials. This was a really cool transition to something I could do, when I was no longer an elite thrower.
Can you show me your gun?
Sure.
Oh. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. Oh.
It takes every bulging muscle to excel in this competition. This one is called the stone put.
For the ladies, we throw a 28-pound or a 14-pound weight with one hand. We got to spin around and throw it for distance. The men, they throw a 56-pound weight.
That's heavy, all right, but it's nothing compared to the towering object they have to throw in the most popular event, the caber toss. That wood pole weighs 130 pounds and stretches 21 feet tall. Not quite as tall as a typical telephone pole, which starts at 30 feet. Still, getting it to flip over is tough. And it's how the pole lands that really matters.
The caber is an accuracy event. We had to flip it end over end to see if we can land it perfectly in front of us.
The competition is fierce, but Adrian takes home the professional women's title, while Vlad Tulacek from the Czech Republic is the men's pro champ.
And you travel all over the world to compete in these events.
Yes, I do. Mainly, this is the Scottish game, so mainly I'm based in Scotland when I did like a 37 games so far.
And chalk up another win for Mike in the professional masters competition for athletes over 40. He's still unstoppable at 45.
But the best is yet to come for Mike as he attempts to set a new world record in the weight for height event. Mike misses on his first try at 21 feet 6 inches.
Let's go, babe! You got this!
That weight is 42 pounds, and Mike hits the bar in his second attempt. So close. But the third time is a charm.
Mike, what did it feel like to set a world record?
It feels great. I mean, I've done it several times before.
This has got to be more special because you're just coming off surgery.
Yeah, so had my entire rotator, rebuilt my shoulder.
Does your doctor know you're here doing this?
He does not.
Okay, do you ever flex and show it off? Come on. For all the women at home. No. Oh my gosh!
It's clear these athletes love competing at the Highland Games, and it's because winning is not their greatest reward.
I'm seeing my friends on the weekends. We're getting together. We're throwing stuff. We're having fun. It's just camaraderie.
It's so much fun. It's such a great community across the U.S. And you can kind of see it here. Like, what a draw. Like, I don't want to be anywhere else today. Like, this is the place to be.
We train hard for it, and it's more than just a hobby. But in the end of the day, it's just we get to hang out with some good friends and goof off in our kilts, you know.
And that brings us to one final question. What is a man wearing under his kilt?
Well, no, you know the theory.
Yes, that is the theory. Nothing under those kilts.
Nothing. Not even underwear.
Yeah, that's always the secret. Yeah.
So, are you a 100% true kilter?
A true kilter? We get that question a lot. I'll just leave it at this. Some men wear more than others.
At last, the naked truth. And we'll be right back.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal. You know, I really enjoyed getting on Blue and riding a cow. You know, it's not the first time. Not the first time. I was a teenager growing up on a farm. I was a little mischievous.
Oh, okay, now we know. You know, and I've seen the heavy athletics on TV, but never in person. I'm 100 times more impressed with their technique, their skill, and their sheer strength.
And you know, then the pageantry and the bagpipes. I mean, they just immerse you in the culture that is Scottish.
That's right.
I'm Rodney McMiller.
And I'm Jan McCarl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America. You okay with dogs?
Yep. As long as they don't bite him.